Happy Tuesday and good morning to you. So the Bible verse that I really want to focus on today is in 1 Peter 4:8, and it is this. And it says, above all, maintain constant love for one another, since love covers a multitude of sins. That's the scripture I want to focus on for the events of what I'm going to share. And the events of what I'm going to share is literally just how I live on the narrow path of following the Lord's decrees. I'm so excited to share this. I'm so pleased to share what the Lord teaches us, because He's constantly giving us lessons. He's constantly convicting us. He's constantly teaching us, so that way we will be lacking in nothing. And I had one of those moments yesterday, and I'm just so excited when I come to these spiritual maturity moments, because it's not about exactly what we do in works or how we look or the appearance or anything like that. Because remember, the Lord tells us in scripture, He pays attention to our heart. And I got a lot of heart biblical moments where I really like to stay on the narrow path, because when we don't focus on our heart and love and what's coming from it, that's where everything leads to destruction, right? So this Bible verse says that love covers a multitude of sins. And I just want to share this quick story yesterday and how this situation unfolds. And this is very important when it comes to the strategic ways of the enemy and his schemes, and why that one Bible verse says that we have to have a transformation of the mind is so important, because we must. So these are the events that took place yesterday. And I know the schemes of the enemy because of all of these lessons and areas I've been convicted that I'm learning from the Lord. So, I know when I don't sleep, that is a tactic used against me, that I know that I am not going to perform, or so my mind tells me that. So I wake up yesterday, immediately I'm in this mood, and the Bible tells us that human anger does not please God. I'm living in a biblical way and my heart's focused on biblical things. And this is just how it all unfolds, focusing on love, focusing on the heart. So anyways, so my mind immediately tells me, as I wake up and I get upset, because I know I'm not going to be full of energy like I want to be, because I didn't sleep. And so the next thing that happens is I'm so excited because I have these pineapples, and I'm like, all right, I didn't make it to the grocery store, but I got these pineapples. And so immediately I'm not rested. I go in the refrigerator. The pineapples are gone. Human anger. I'm not happy about that. And immediately, I say something to my son, and immediately I'm like, human anger is not pleasing to God. So I could have allowed that moment, knowing who the devil is, but I didn't. I really leaned into my scripture, and I had the choice of how I was going to allow that simple little event, that simple sin, to destroy my entire day. So immediately I go into scripture, and I'm remembering these things, how human anger is not pleasing to God. So what are we going to do? We're going to focus on love. And so as all of this is happening, in the midst of all of this, before I went out to my day, I chose where I was going to walk in it. I could have lived in that anger, which I knew was not going to be pleasing to God, and it would have allowed a ripple effect of destruction to happen. Because when we're not focused on love, which covers a multitude of sin, the sin just keeps unfolding. So immediately I opened up my book to Corinthians, and I'm going to read that verse. So I was irritable, right? I woke up irritable because I was not sleep. I did not sleep. But I immediately turned to 1 Corinthians, because I know when I'm not being led in the right way, how I feel in the flesh, 1 Corinthians always helps me. And we know that every single day we're supposed to be walking and living more like Jesus. And what do? We focus on love. It says to do everything with love. And it also gives us a great description. And I needed that in that moment, because I'm like, human anger is not it, but love is. And And let me point out what it says love is. It says love is patient, love is kind, love does not envy, is not boastful, is not arrogant, is not rude, is not self-seeking, is not irritable, and does not keep a record of wrongs. So in that moment, I'm just like, man, I didn't sleep. I woke up. God, I had that moment of having a little bit of human anger with my son for eating those pineapples. I needed those. I really was looking forward to those. But I'm like, you know what? It's not worth allowing these events to destroy the rest of our day. The broad road leads to destruction. So I immediately changed. I needed that Bible verse. And that Bible verse is telling me, Anna, if you are going to lead with your heart today, or if we're going to lead with our heart today, it has to be with love. And how you're feeling right now, being irritable, having these little upset moments, is not what love is. So it's time to change, have a transformation of the mind, and walk with love. Because what's going to happen? What happened the rest of that day is I was very kind, very giving, very helpful, very outgoing and joyful, but my mind, when I woke up, told me that I was going to have a bad day because I didn't sleep. And because my son ate my pineapples, the day was just going to be bad. Our mind is the only thing that limits us from truly what we can have in this life. So we have a transformation of the mind, like the Lord tells us. I transform my mind. I fix my heart on how Jesus would think, and that would be to lead with love. And we have that choice every single day. That verse can be found in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, when we want to focus on where we want our day to be, guided in love. What is love? Love finds no joy in unrighteousness, but it rejoices in the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. I can endure that my pineapples are gone. I can believe that I can have a transformation of the mind. I can bear the fact that I'm tired, but the Lord is going to give me strength in this day anyway. And I know I have all the hope in the world that my joy is not going to be taken from the schemes of the enemy. God bless you all. I just wanted to share that. And I hope that if you woke up today feeling that same way, that we can focus our hearts on the narrow path, living in his decrees and walking in this day and life with love. God bless you all. May peace be with you.